Welcome back to Swing of the Month, and this client has done an amazing job on his swing, and we're going to see what we can help you learn and potentially how it might help you with your swing. So the original swing on the left, so a lot of it's just setup based and concept based as always. So the original one, the setup was very much kind of left with the body lines and chest, middle of pelvis and nose all pointing in front of the ball, which you'll see from the front angle. Now here it's got very much a one-piece takeaway where he's trying to get the club outside his hands, over rotating or turning too early. We can see this by the back leg straightening too soon. Put this in conjunction with his setup, and it puts his body in a very difficult place to swing the club in a good direction, playing path, etc., coming into the ball. So as we get to the top of the swing, bits to note, we can see the club face or the toe below the shaft here, which indicates the club face is very open in the backswing, often a common problem. Again, like we say, when the right leg overextends or straightens, it gets to a point where you can't turn anymore, and the right side is going to extend and push the upper body toward the target, which will make you come in too steep or too vertical, which is the most common problem in terms of average golfers. So now, in an effort to be able to square the club face and to undo the leg position or the amount of turn that's happened on the backswing, you'll see his right side move toward the ball very soon, which is going to encourage the club to come over the top. So we'll see the hands of the club loop over toward the ball to start the downswing, as you can see here. So now the club's going to be coming down, sort of chopping his neck off, as I call it, which means we're coming in quite steep. Now we can see the club basically approaching very much from outside the ball to target line. Again, common look of someone who's going to be swinging to the left. So the club's now going to exit left, otherwise basically you won't hit the ball. Again, I see this every day coaching. So exiting to the left and was producing kind of big fades, pulls and inconsistency with the strike. So due to the setup changes that we worked on, so key bits we worked on: setup, how the club moves at the beginning. So we get the club to set a bit more on the hand line, as we can see here, rather than working on a very rigid one-piece takeaway concept, which is quite common and works very badly for most normal golfers due to flexibility and other bits to do with setup. So club working a bit more of a natural arc, not such a rigid one-piece arm sort of movement. Then as we go into the backswing, his right hip goes back, but doesn't fully extend, so he maintains a bit of flex in that leg when compared to the original one. So we can see the club face now is very different at the top. You can see the toe above the shaft rather than below it. It indicates the club face is not open now, which is going to help coming down. So now as he comes down, we can now see the club coming down by below the shoulder at this point, which is very different to the one on the left of the screen, which is awesome. So superb job is done here. The club's now coming from just inside the ball to target line. The club's back in line with the hands at this point, which is an indication of the club being fairly neutral in terms of path, or certainly not going to the left, which is the opposite again to what we'll see on the left of the screen. So now the club path will go slightly to the right, and we can now hit little push draws.